Good morning, guys. So we are here studying James this morning. Now, James, the book of James, is a wonderful place to start if you're reading the Bible because to me it's a great guidebook on how to live your life. Don't be deceived, my dear brothers and sisters. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. He chose to give us birth through the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruits of all he created. Listening and doing. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues in it, not forgiving what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. In James, he talks about getting through trials and tribulations. And in the first part, we talked about, that in the end, when you go through any type of challenge or tribulation, that when you get through it, you reach a place of pure joy because you have walked through this challenge and you've made it through it. And where he's saying, don't be deceived, every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights. Every great gift is from God. Think about it. There are some beautiful gifts that he has given us. We have the ocean, which is it's so calming, and not everybody gets to see the ocean. So it is a great gift, and I consider myself incredibly lucky. I grew up in northern New Jersey, so I was an hour from the ocean, and so we went as a kid. We went to Long Beach Island, which was a lot of fun, a lot of memories. And then when I got older, when I married my husband, I moved down the shore, and now I live 10 minutes from the ocean. The bay is right down the road. So one thing I do appreciate is the absolute beauty of the bay, the ocean. It is probably one of the greatest gifts God has given us. And the other thing that that is a beautiful gift is nature. If you, the other day I was just sitting in the yard and I was trying, just being quiet with my thoughts, and I looked up at the trees and I was just like, wow, it's magnificent. Everything around us is magnificent. We just don't see it because we go through our lives, we get up, we move around, and we just don't pay attention. Think about how many times you passed a beautiful gift and you didn't even pay attention to it. We do it all the time. So, I think we have to take moments in our lives and recognize these gifts and appreciate them because, and thank God for them, because if you think about it, if my aunt was dying of cancer, and I remember she said, I just want to go to the ocean. She just wanted to go to the ocean. And so me and my parents and my dad, my mom and dad, we brought my aunt down here. Actually, it ends up being where I ended up living, which is actually amazing. Her favorite store was in this town. So I always remember that. So we took her to the boardwalk, and I just remember watching her sitting on the bench looking out at the ocean, and she was so peaceful, and it made her so happy. And I think that's what these gifts do. They make us happy if we allow it. We can go through our lives and ignore it, or we can take moments out of our day and appreciate it and recognize how lucky we are. Love here where it says everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Well, if you think about it, what does anger do? anger takes you away from God. And I know when I've been angry, times I've been angry in my life, that's it. You can't talk to me. I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm in that moment, and I can't hear anybody. It's like it takes over. And I think it is something we do have to work on. I think everybody gets angry. I used to get angry just in traffic. I used to get so aggravated, especially here in New Jersey. Let's just say some of the roads, you can get pretty angry at the way people drive. People can drive crazy. I'm sure they can drive crazy everywhere, but it's all I know about. And I used to be one of those people who'd get angry at traffic. And now I've learned, I just bless them and let them go on their way. There's no point. If someone wants to get ahead of me, you know what? Slow down, let them pass. It's not worth it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get there a split second sooner. I've always said they're in a rush to go nowhere. I mean, it's silly. Just take your time, get to where you're going to go safe, and not worry so much that you're a minute or two faster than you wanted to be. And but that comes also with age, because I think as I get older, it is easier for me to let my anger go. I think when you're younger, you're maybe a little more hot-headed. I'm Italian. I don't know. Maybe that's the Italian in me. But as you get older, you do start to realize, slow it down. So it's just everything slow down a little bit. So, and I do believe that anger, fear, all of these emotions that take you away from God, they put you in a place where you can't hear. We've talked about this before in my other videos. They put you in that place where it doesn't matter what anyone says. It's a blinder. That blinder goes up. And so, slow to anger, I think it means taking that couple of seconds to say, okay, wait, slow down. Let me take a minute here. My husband's good at that. He's very good at, in fact, I've learned a lot of that from him, where he's learned to not get so angry and stay calmer. He is very good about that. That has come to me as I've gotten older, and I still have my moments. But as soon as I get angry, I pull myself back and I remind myself, wait a minute, slow down. So these are great lessons. It's a great way to live our life. James definitely knew that these were lessons that we were going to need. He definitely knew that. But and I also like here where he says, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like somebody who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. Well, I mean, that is so true. I mean, how many times have you heard people say things that they've said, that you should do certain things or you should behave a certain way, and then they don't do it? So, I mean, that's like saying, okay, so I'm going to, we were talking about this again in another video too, and you see how all the pieces all come together in the Bible. This is why I find reading the Bible is so beneficial, because it really does tell us how to live our lives, but not just how to live a very purposeful, centered, loving, caring life. And that's what we should all be doing. And the one thing, I guess that I could equate this to, you've seen some of those people who are maybe famous or very, very religious, and they're always saying things that people should do, but they're not doing it in their own lives. And that, to me, is so uninspiring. I mean, if you can tell someone what to do, but if you can't live your life that way, you're not going to be sincere. It's not going to be authentic, and it's not going to matter. So, it's not just so much what we say, but it's how we live our life. That's why I called this series Living in Faith, Living Your Life in Faith. Because living your life in faith is taking what you're learning from the Bible. It's taking that, and then it's applying it into your life. So that's why I say, I read it, and then I try to discuss it with you, because I feel like I can read it to you, and I can tell you, okay, do that. right? Do that. Okay, go ahead. And then if I don't have an understanding of it myself, then I'm just going to go about my day and do whatever I want, and then come back the next morning and read the Bible again and think, okay, that's great. I did the Bible, okay. I need to apply it. I need to, when I go places, when I'm out in the world, I need to try to remember these things. And I don't always, so I'm not perfect, and I do fail. I'll be in a store and I'll be aggravated a little bit, and I'll be like rolling my eyes, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, stop this. Remember what I read. Don't be quick to anger. Don't get aggravated at people. And a lot of times it's helping me. These videos are truly helping me because it is reminding me. Because it is easy to pick this up and read it and say, yes, I love this. This is great. And then go about my day and forget to be empathetic or caring towards other people. I mean, for the most part, that's always been my nature, but my bad moments are, like I said, in traffic, I'll get agitated, in a store when someone's really slow, or someone's doing something that's just aggravating. Those are and they're little issues, but they're still issues that put out negativity in the world, and I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be someone who goes in the store and is always pleasant, no matter how I'm treated. I want to be that good person, that no matter what happens to me, that I'm always trying to be good and kind towards other people. And it reminds me of this story. When I was working in a hospital, I had just started working, so I was young and I didn't know a lot about anything, but I just always knew, to be nice to everybody. So I was always nice to everybody. And I always was nice. When I was younger, it was a little easier. I was always nice no matter how anybody treated me. They could be rude or nasty. I just was always nice to them. I don't know. I just always was. I wasn't the type to get angry at people. That came later as I got, as I got a little bit more into my 20s and got more out into the world. But I remember walking down the hall and I heard a bunch of girls talking about me. And they were saying, oh my God, she's so nice. Oh my God. And they were like laughing because I was so nice. And I was so upset. And I remember walking back to my desk and thinking, oh my God, they're talking about me. And it wasn't until a long time later that I was thinking about it one day. And I said, oh my God, they were making fun of me, but they were making fun of me for being nice. And I thought, wow. If that's the worst they got, if that's what they're going to say about me, then I'm good. I'm good. Because you know what? Make fun of me for being nice. It's fine. That's how I want to be. I want to be nice. I want to be compassionate towards everyone. And I don't want to be that annoying person that's, getting aggravated at people at the store or telling people, I go on different posts online and I read such nasty, mean-spirited comments, and I think, why? Why do you have to put that negativity out in the world? Why not just not say anything? I often wonder, why do people have to comment? Keep opinions to yourself. My mother always taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, keep your opinions to yourself. And it's so true, and it's probably a great lesson. My mom was also one of the nicest people you could meet. She always was nice to everyone. And, she was very slow to anger. Maybe not so much with me, but with the world. She always was very slow to anger. So I did learn a lot of these things from her. And anyway, so we've gone on and on, but I think these are good lessons. I think James is a great starting point. If you're just starting out, start with James, because it's a great guidebook. Like I said, it goes on and on. We'll do more Bible verses as time goes on, because I really like James. I like what he's saying. I like that he's talking about trials. I like that he's talking about anger. And I think that these are probably the hardest things we go through in life, our challenges and our anger, aside from fear. Fear is another big one. And fear also takes us away from God. So start with James. What I'm going to do, what I would normally do is, now I'm reading James, and I'm going in my Happy Planner, and I'll write the next verse down here. I'll write just a part of the verse, that's something that I want to maybe read later, and I'll do that, and then I might also write something in my notebook. And that's pretty much what I do. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day, and may God bless you. Thanks for watching. Take care.